Hey there, gorgeous guys. Version2 here with Let's Watch, what's the actual name? PlayStation 5 Showcase. I never know the names of these PlayStation ones because they're not just called Direct. PlayStation 5 are doing another thing, and I mean, I didn't watch any of the Xbox ones. I'm looking back on them, like I'm kind of glad I didn't. But the thing that we watched earlier this year of PlayStation 5, there was some games there that I liked. I don't know if this is giving us more information on those new ones. I imagine a release date and a price for the console will be part of this. It's 47 minutes long, or 48 minutes long, so there should be a fair bit of stuff there. Now the question is, I mean, I said, I believe, at the end of the previous one that I was sold on a PS5. I don't know whether I'm sold on launch yet, because I'm currently in the process of dropping a shit ton of money on getting a really, really good computer. Not the best I can get, because, you know, I'm not going to wait until 11th gen Intel, and I'm not getting the 30 series of NVIDIA cards. I've got a 21 sitting over there. But, you know, still a really good computer. Like, I'm not even buying a 4K monitor, so I don't need that shit, because I have a lot of money spent on that, but not a 4K monitor, because that's a whole other ballpark that we'll worry about when I'm not also buying the rest of the computer at the same time. So, with how much money I'm putting on that, like 2 days from now, I'm about to drop another about $850 on the final parts of it. If this comes out later this year, well, no, it is coming out later this year. When this comes out later this year, it's going to be a question of, do I have the money for that? I have a credit card to pay off for that. And also, will there be enough on there to justify it? And also, have any of the games been confirmed for PC or exclusive PlayStation games? That's also the question, because like a launched Nintendo console, I know I don't have to worry about those games being available on the beast computer I'm currently buying, but a PlayStation, maybe not. There's some good exclusives on the PlayStation 4 that I really like on there, like Bloodborne. I mean, I played a lot of games on the PlayStation 4 that I don't know what's exclusive or not, so will it tell me I'm buying a launch one? I don't know. My headphone setup is really bad because I want it to not cover up my t-shirt, so this is really tugging on my ear. There we go. That's fantastic. Can you even see the cable? That's the there we go. You can see the cable if I do that. Let's watch the thing, because I am just yammering on about shit at this point. Sell me on buying it launch day. Or don't. It would save me a lot of money. Especially being in Australia. Whatever they say here, it's going to be up to 300 for Australia. You can almost guarantee it. I also kind of want to wait for them to release a model that's not fucking white. I also want to wait for that.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different.
Where are we?
Bit quiet on my end. Go turn it up. That affects the
You
video.
see things others
Does that
can't.
make sure it's going upwards?
It says the power that flows through this land. Yet
They're not opening
you
it
do
with
not
Grand Theft
fully
Auto.
understand
That's
it.
a good thing. It can only be a good thing to not open
But
it.
whatever comes,
See, Stray
I will
might
be
be a
ready.
self. Like, if Stray's day one, that might be a fucking.
Let's do this.
It's like something like Deathloop. Now that I'm getting a good computer, is Deathloop coming to PC? Because, yeah, that like something like that is a big one. Okay, captured on PC, emulating the PS5 experience. Okay. I already kind of don't believe you. Okay.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them.
Oh yeah, it is! I was about to say Shiva. I
Sergeant,
feel like I know that now. No, it's a
summon the
Chocobo.
Oracle.
Oh, okay.
Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain.
Yeah, that's Shiva. Well, different Shiva to the one I
Our soul
know.
will not relinquish their mother crystal easily.
Puppy.
This will be a bitter fight.
That voice does not match that kid.
you should not be out of
Not at
doors.
all.
We have discussed this.
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him.
Ooh. White check, but I haven't seen that. In my now one experience with Final Fantasy, that I haven't even beaten Remake.
What do you
at this
mean you
point.
refuse? Did you not
I
pledge
haven't finished
your
it because, you know,
sword
the
to
game's
our
not finished yet. Whoa, okay.
What does it matter?
That's a gross looking thing.
It
Jesus.
was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
Okay, I will say this seems to be like super medieval focused. I'm getting like
So I sit in the Dragoons.
major, more like
Imperial Vipers.
Fable-ish vibes
Do they
in terms
really
of
mean to
story and
invade us?
stuff. AKA, it's really hard for me to connect to what's going on here compared to like FF7, you know, eco-terrorists stopping people who are destroying the planet by draining a very limited resource that by doing so is killing it. You know, it's very easy to relate to that, where being a king who's trying to steal crystals is harder for me to relate to or get them back. Oh, see, I'm already lost on what that was. So is this another remake or a new one? But this is a story from a previous one. There's no way I'd fucking know. Watch it just be the next 14 expansion.
The legacy of the crystals.
I mean, what was over in the combat?
Has shaped our
The combat
history.
looks sick. Like, I played the demo of 15 ages ago, and I liked its combat, and, you know, FF7 Remake I've been playing, and it's one of my favorite combat systems in any game currently, as a first playthrough enjoyment, with most first playthroughs combat, almost other things, diving into it once we beat the game, and seeing how far we can push that will determine where it falls in there, but it's definitely up there, so...
If it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, new one, 16. PlayStation console exclusive. Also available on PC. That's not what the word exclusive means, dickheads. That's not what exclusive... Only the PlayStation can play the PlayStation version of it. I swear I've actually heard that be used somewhere before. They're doing this thing where they're showing off all the shapes again. PlayStation realizing that all they use are marketing, they don't really have a logo, because just Sony applies to just more than PlayStation, and PlayStation, they ditched the P things for just the letters. So now their logo is just the shapes, because they don't have like Nintendo as a thing is like super identifiable as the brand of that. Switch has like this nice little logo. So for PlayStation, they're just leaning in all the shapes. Oh, okay. All right, I check out.
Dang, I'm late for Mom's rally.
I mean, I just... Like, I don't care about Spider-Man at the best of times. It being Miles Morales is definitely better than it being Peter Parker.
Subway card, check.
But I also don't care for the PS4 Spider-Man in any capacity whatsoever. Like, I have zero desire. There's nothing about it that grabs me to want to play it.
Come on, we're gonna be late.
Don't care about Spider-Man. The gameplay seems like
so
the
filling your suit
most
with snow.
Ubisoft
Are you
open
still
world thing,
wearing
which
your
isn't
suit?
necessarily a bad
just in
thing,
case.
but I burned myself
gonna be
out
fine.
on it over the course of many years by playing every AC game when it released, plus other games like
this
it.
is
So
my favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music. Man, this would be great for the last beat I was working on. I should get back into mixing.
fairs.
Yeah,
Been
it's
so
been a
long
while.
since I've been to one of these. Not even just a pandemic, been a long time since before that. So I should go. I want to go to more fairs. Fairs are like the only time in Australia that I'm able to buy good cosmetics.
Politician. She's been a teacher my whole life.
I can get a Ghost made from
Similar
the bad
skill
place
sets,
team
right?
work, and it's pretty good,
Corralling
but
people, educating them,
their
making sure
flavors
they
like
don't
something
throw
to be
things at each
decided.
other.
It's like the best one they've got is tomato and onion, and just not as interesting as like ones I can get at Fez, and not as good as ones I can get at Fez.
Hi, I'm Brian Porton, creative director at Insomniac Games.
Felt like a weird
We're
cut
excited to
have
show
it.
you this first
Looks
look
like
at
we're about to
gameplay
have like
for
this
Marvel
extended
Spider-Man
gameplay
Miles
sequence
Morales.
thing.
Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first
Weird
game.
to cut to us
and we
person
find
talking.
Miles' new home, Harlem, is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground. A high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
Go, go, go! Stop! Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
I want to buy your jacket.
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else.
Alright, well that's some Doc Ock powers there.
Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry.
Spider-Man has electric bolt powers? Is that a thing? That's been a thing before. I'm definitely not supposed to know. Oh no, my attempt to stop these people. I accidentally committed a domestic terrorist act on this bridge. Oh no. I mean, that seemed to be his powers combining with that electric truck and just... Is electric powers a Spider-Man thing? Like, I'm not necessarily complaining, I'm very surprised. Like, who gives a shit about webs? If you've got, like, the power of lightning.
People are trapped over there. I have to push past these guys.
Someone like the energy company with their own paramilitary force that they use to harass people in the street because they were clearly doing that at the rally beforehand. Are they also the baddies in this? Or is it just these people? Because if the energy company with a private paramilitary force to harass people at rallies aren't also the bad guys, that's fucked up. Also, the entire bridge is destroyed now. Yeah, bridge is gone now.
The bus.
Is sticking the bus there really good idea if the bridge is still collapsing? Oh, okay. Okay. I was gonna say, no, you're getting the people out. Okay. And then they're gonna try and remove it. And then the bus falls? Okay, I was about to say, what about the bus falls then? You might want to get back up there. Yeah. I do appreciate the focus on actually helping people. Like, it's not just, oh, kick the shit out of everyone and beat the shit out of everyone. It's like actually helping people. Like, is the priority.
I need something they can cross. No. I can stop this.
Well, this is the Peter Parker train moment. Like, damn near literally. Again, not that I'm complaining. That moment deserves to be ripped off because it's that fucking good. I'm just making smart-ass observations. Don't take every time I make a smart-ass observation as me shitting on it. There's like a 60 to 40% chance, with the 60% being me making a smart-ass observation is me actually saying that I'm into it. I'm just also finding ways to mention it while being attacked. Yeah. I'm still confused by the power of electricity being a Spider-Man thing. And I mean, like, that sequence was alright. I still have zero interest to get the game, though. Again, just not my thing. And, like, that was a QTE spectacle action sequence, sure, but, like, Wonderful 101 came out in 2013. I know that's an unfair example because it's the greatest QTEs and action spectacle of all time, but still, though. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Is this gonna be about how noted extreme fucking transphobe J.K. Rowling is
together our long
making a book about a man dressing as a woman to commit bunches of murders because she's a fucking extremely bigoted piece of shit?
Now it is time to add your own story to these hallowed halls.
Keep in mind, you spend money on this game, you give money to her, it's impossible for it to not be the case, regardless of how much she's actually working on it or not.
Every corridor, every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story. Witches and wizards.
Like, I would say the same about a lot of companies where the people are shitloads super abusive and stuff like that.
You will meet lifelong friends and grow into your
J.K.
own
Rowling is another
abilities.
story, though, because of one, how much fucking money she has, two,
most talented
how she
professors.
is more deeply entwined in this
And while your
series than,
journey
like,
begins
say,
at Hogwarts,
the
brewing
abusive
potions,
rapists that Ubisoft
taming
are with
fantastic
everything that
beasts,
Ubisoft does. She's like, I mean, like, I know this is made by a team of, you know, game developers, but still, the world of Harry Potter is so intrinsically her. And also with her power and like the shit whole asshole abuses at other companies, or the dev crunch they have at other companies, to an extent, mainly affect the people at those companies, which is still awful and still a reason to like not do that. But like,
you possess may be the key to unlocking this.
J.K. Rowling's like pushing a movement of being against trans people existing and like harassing and abusing them and trying to change laws that will make them die. So like,
the journey ahead.
The stakes affect even way more than just the people who are like working on the game being treated like shit. Like, she is probably at this stage the most powerful and most vocal, like, transphobic piece of shit in the UK. A place that is doing very poorly in terms of like laws against trans people and seemingly want to constantly get worse at that. So, like, yeah. Man, her is just, it's way more explicit and she's got way more power and it's like I say fuck Atlas because of Persona 4 and from what, and like,
hi everyone, I'm Dan Vondrak, creative director at Raiden.
Apparently there are other games.
One of our goals
But,
as
like,
developers is to bring the game world to life unlike anything you've ever experienced, and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen.
I've been saying since like 2015
With the
when I
power
first
of the new
started that, and
console,
I've
we've been able to
improved nothing but
significantly
extremely
enhance the
fucking
overall
right all the events
experience.
in gaming that have happened
From what you
since
see
then.
in the world
But,
to
like,
how it feels in your hands to what you
Atlas
hear around you.
themselves don't seem to be trying
In
to
Black
push
Ops
laws
Cold War, you will be transported to the year 1981,
make the
in
world
the middle of one of the most
a more
dangerous
bigoted
times
piece
the
of
world
shit.
has ever known,
Well,
the
J.K.
height
Rowling
of the Cold
is.
War. The following is a
So-
portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis. But in true Black Ops style, nothing is as it
cool.
seems. Take a
Cool.
look.
Are we going straight from a game that, like, where the world is made by a massive transphobe to straight up actually US imperialist propaganda? Sick.
How long before we get a rush?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Don't play Call of Duty. It is quite literally the exact definition of US imperialist propaganda, as in they take money from the US government and military to push their narrative
just up ahead.
of US imperialism
Go
being a
find
good
this
thing,
shithead.
or straight up lying and creating a false narrative that the US military
Let's go.
hasn't done the historical atrocities that it has. Assuming this is Call of Duty. Even if it's not Call of Duty, though, it still looks like it's leaning that way.
Mason, check it out.
I mean, what's worse? US imperialist propaganda or fascist propaganda that Ubisoft is putting out for, what's it called? The Tom Clancy game, where it's saying that, you know, protests around the world of black people saying they don't want to be fucking murdered and, like, treated like shit anymore is secretly a terrorist organization, and that we need to hire the biggest criminals on the planet to go in and murder those protesters. Like, is it even worth discussing which one's worse than just pointing out that they're both fucked up?
One in a truck. That's gotta be a rush.
God, I'm glad this is my third drink.
We need a
today.
positive ID. That's our man. Take him out.
I mean, I haven't been listening to any of the dialogue of this. It may not even be Call of Duty. No, it's Sniper Elite. Never mind. It's Sniper Elite. You can tell because of the slow motion of the sniper shot. Okay. I have no idea how much Sniper Elite is US imperialist propaganda. I would assume probably based on, you know, it being military gun shooty bang bang game, and pretty much all of those are that. But I don't know enough about Sniper Elite to know that. I just know Sniper Elite slow motion shot of seeing the bullet go through 2 testicle slots. And also, like, there's zombie games, but you kill zombie Hitler. You kill Hitler, which is, you know, apparently a brave act of progressivism this time around. Like, yeah, it's cool that Wolfenstein games are, like, about killing Nazis and shit, but the fact that a company is brave enough to make games about killing Nazis and be unapologetic about Nazis being the bad guys should show how fucked up the industry is. Okay, now, okay, maybe, okay, is it Call of Duty? Remote control car bombs are like a Call of Duty thing. I've seen it. Back in high school, one of my friends got one of the collector's editions for a Call of Duty game that came with, like, a remote control car with it as part of the collector's edition shit. I'm now unsure. I'm out of this drink now. My side is out. Shout out to anyone in the chat who's willing to go to my fridge and grab me another. I think we're at this game. I don't have enough room for it. I was like,
It's what's part of the plan.
Let's go.
I think it is Sniper Elite. I know I'm seeing guns that aren't snipers, but I know Sniper Elite doesn't. But maybe it is. No, it is Call of Duty. Okay. So Call of Duty. Okay. So everything about the US imperialist propaganda is absolutely true.
We hope you enjoyed that sneak peek
they
at the
stole the
campaign
slow
for Black
motion
Ops
shot
Cold
from
War.
Sniper Elite?
There are many more
Okay.
twists and turns along the way as you begin to unravel the truth, and we can't wait for you to play it soon. In addition to the story
The truth
campaign,
was the
Cold War
US
features the
government were
next
the good
generation of
guys,
multiplayer
and they were
online
only
combat,
supplying weapons to the
and an all-new
terrorists
awesome zombies experience.
help democracy and
Today, I
freedom,
have
or
the
whatever
special
fucking
honor to
other
announce on
lies
behalf of my friends at
talking about.
Treyarch that the PlayStation community doesn't have to wait to play multiplayer. Starting this Friday, PlayStation players will be able to play the multiplayer alpha exclusively on PlayStation 4. And for those of you that are watching at home on your PS4, you can preload the experience starting tomorrow. We can't wait to see you online Friday and through the
Almost like I have
weekend.
too much hair.
Enjoy the rest of the
Or
show.
I just have too much hair that I've done nothing with, and I should get a haircut or something. Not to get it all chopped off, just to like get it styled in a way so it's not as irritatingly just falling everywhere when I don't want it to. Like, I just keep getting to the point where my hair's longer, and I'm just like, I'll let it get a little bit longer, and I'll get it cut into a style, and then it gets that long, and I'm just like, nah, I want it even longer though. I'll get it a bit longer, and then I'll get it cut into a style, and that has been going for about 18 months now. The longer it gets, the more I like it. Just the longer it gets without me having it cut properly, the more it just kind of sits there. It doesn't look like I've done anything with it other than just let it grow along. Because that's what I...
Chris? What the hell?
Hey, Resident Evil!
Take him away.
Alright, so Chris is the bad guy now. He's kidnapping Ethan. Resident Evil has got to be the franchise that I like the most for having never played the games. At this point, I have watched a playthrough of almost every single game. And I like all the mainstream ones. None of them. Like I've seen 0, 1, 2, Remake, 3, Remake. Oh yeah, 1 Remake, not the original one. 4 and 5 and 7. So I haven't seen a full playthrough.
Mia.
You know, cool games.
Quit being so paranoid.
They're just not my playstyle for personally playing. But I really like watching.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees.
This art style for these flashback cutscenes
Mother's worried
story
cries
things is
faded
one
fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
I want a game that looks like that the whole way through. I want a game that looks like that the whole way through. Oh yeah, that's happening. Go play Projection. Yeah, it's not the same, but it's pretty similar. Mainly the lighting. It's all 2D
It's
art.
just a local
3D
tale.
models, but. See, like, what's the story? I mean, other than it being in a village, which, like, Resident Evil has done, like, in 4 and 5. Like, the starts of both of those games going into a village. With, 2 racism
If it's
things.
just
2 different
window
ones,
shop
but,
away.
You know, one of them way more extreme than the other. Well, I'm curious what sort, like, does that follow up on the mold experiment stuff from 7? Or is that a completely different fucking thing? There's so many different ways that zombies can form in the universe now that it's hard to get track of. Deathloop, here we fucking go. Now I'm gonna show up and actually pay attention. Oh, Deathloop, fuck you, let's go!
You want out of a time loop? You gotta learn how it works. Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Igor.
I am a respected scientist.
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Hey, over here! I'm coming for you!
So many towers that you have, holy shit.
Get him!
I am trying to focus, you son of a bitch!
So do the people
I've
remember
tried
the shit
taking
from
my
each of the previous
targets
loops?
out one by one, more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives. Because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Cannibal?
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
They eat each other every night? Is that what they
Yet
do?
somehow, he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Colt, you there, buddy?
Here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it, it works!
That he makes every morning. Unless I get there first.
So I'm wondering if the other characters don't remember the loop, but you do. And maybe because you remember it, you'll...
No experiment, no breakthrough. No reason for Igor not to drink his disappointment with Alexis. Now I got a shot at killing them both at the same time. In the same loop.
So is the premise of what your overall goal is to work out a way to get all 8 in one loop? Because if that's what like the overall goal by the end of the game is, that's fucking sick. And I'm curious how it's gonna play out getting there. Like, how strict is there going to be like a story that you progress through that naturally leads you all those things? Or is it fucking go and figure it out? Here are all these instances that can help give you knowledge and you can do them however fucking order you
8
want.
targets on my list.
And you just gotta work it out.
One of them with grand plans for eternal life. To break the loop, I gotta break the rules. Clock's ticking.
And you just ran out of time. You keep forgetting, Colt. I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
It makes me wonder if her and you are the only like people in the game who remember what's happening. PlayStation is console exclusive, also available on PC. Sick! I can play it on my awesome beast PC. Hopefully, hopefully it's beast enough. It should be without having to buy a PS5. Okay. Massive thing about wanting to buy a PS5 on launch, gone. Also, it's Q2 next year, so it doesn't matter. Oh, every time I see new shit about Deathloop, it looks, it's so fucking good. Oh man. Like, that's what the overall, like, goal of the, like, the campaign is to work out a way to get, like, everyone set up in a way where you can actually kill them all at once. That's going to be awesome.
That day, if our positions were...
Oh, it's happening! Oh, it's happening!
Fates be different.
Yes!
Would I have your life? And you mine? You a demon?
SE, let's fucking go! Oh, we've got a new battle theme for him, sir.
This is power.
Oh, hell yeah. Will I have Lady in Trish or is Virgil enough? Whoa! You have the split option. If these appear when you do the split, is Urizen also there doing shit? Whoa! Whoa! Is that what I think it is? Is that LTK? Never a mode I've gone super far into, but is that fucking LTK? Holy shit! Oh! Oh, it's happening! Oh, it's happening!
Cry.
Oh, it's happening! Damn it, they sold me on it! Damn it, they sold me on the PS5 buying it on launch. Fuck! Fuck, they sold me on it, man! You bastards! Shit. Shit, now I have to. Fuck. God damn it. Oh, come on. The highest side of the lowest lows, I swear to fucking God.
What are they doing? Did those fugitive morons burn down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but that's exactly what it looks like.
Still wondering if I should do a hate playthrough of this game.
Burning down my farm.
I mean, if I actually do play it, I'll go into it.
I'm Lorne Lanning, creative
hoping
director
that
of
something
Oddworld
good-
Soulstorm.
It'll be
We're
good.
excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer.
I just
from the
have
game.
extremely
Here,
negative hopes
our
about it
unlikely
actually
hero,
being a
Abe,
good experience,
finds
but I
himself
will
fresh
enjoy
off the back of freeing his people from the nefarious Rupture Farms. He thinks the journey is over, but soon discovers it has only just begun. The stakes are higher, the threats are larger, the obstacles are more devious,
fine
and
with
it's
the
all made
storyline
possible
being
by the
generally
power of PlayStation 5.
More
Enjoy.
Madokans are working together to form an uprising rather than it just all being Abe. I'm fine with that premise, but the way they're doing it seems to be they are border, and aid just survives. That's the thing, more brutal doesn't matter when the art style of them falling apart isn't anywhere near as actually brutal as it was back on the PS1. Like, it's just... Like, it might end up being fine as its own experience, but as a reimagining of Abe's Exodus, this seems like it could not be further from what I want Abe's Exodus to be.
I could go for a sandwich right now.
We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here.
My tummy's growling. I'm hungry.
Also, New and Tasty is just a straight-up downgrade of Odyssey in so many ways. From art style, sound mixing, level design somehow, even though it's the same fucking levels. Controls, like, it's a downgrade in every fucking capacity. And then again, the thing that I said before still holds true. It's harder for me to be as, like, I wouldn't play the game and just be like, oh, damn.
Gregory,
it's just the worst version of
friends
Exodus.
are worried about
because
you.
it's not even fucking
They're
Exodus
gonna
at this
leave.
point. No,
Please,
Exodus
come
is my 5th favorite game of all time. It's why I'm so bitter about it all the fucking
I might
time.
have lost my temper earlier.
Exodus
but it
is
was
fucking
justified.
incredible, and I love it so
It won't happen
dearly.
again.
I saw a thing in the top corner. What's happening?
It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together?
Damn, Five Nights at Freddy's has gone in a really
It won't
fucking
happen
weird
again.
direction, isn't it?
It was just a quick joke.
Oh, I was joking! That was a joke! I was making a funny bit because I saw animals like anthropomorphized. That was a bit. What? It was a bit. I was making a funny. What? Okay. 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 Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is like a legitimately really interesting game mechanically. Like, for how well the mechanics dive into what the tension of the game wants you to feel. I don't know about the rest of them because I've never seen them, but Five Nights at Freddy's 1's like mechanically interesting for the tone they want to convey, is genuinely like really well done. And it's just weird sick on it's everything. Oh, is this?
Strength be granted so the world might be mended.
Blue Point, it's Demon Souls. That's a Japan studio, a voiceover like this. Which might is this the dolls that's Mario?
Be granted so the world might be mended.
Is it the same voice actor?
So the world might be mended.
Like if you're wondering if a blind LP is gonna happen of Demon Souls, abso-fucking-lutely. It's the one Souls game I'm actually able to do a true blind LP of, because I've seen nothing of this game other than Tower Knight and that dragon you kill with the giant cannons, and what we're seeing right now. Like, I did Dark Souls 1, it's like I'd played up to Sen's Fortress. If I did Dark Souls 2, I've played up to Lost Sinner. I've played through Dark Souls 3 the entire time with Ashlyn, doing a short of the game where every single time one of us stars, we have to take 3 including, which it's, you know, her favorite game of all time, and she's completed about 7 times, so you can tell how the in that in terms of competition. Bloodborne, I've platinumed, and Sekiro, eventually I'll do, but I started it on PS4. The performance was too bad for me to continue playing, and I got to 2 bosses where just the design of them sucked, because it was just quite the thing, and there's a bunch of ads next to it, and it was not fun, especially considering, like, the problem wasn't so much that the frame rate was bad, but the frame pacing was terrible. So it wasn't that I had to deal with input lag, a thing I'm used to dealing with and can eventually work around, but the input lag I had on the game was inconsistent, where sometimes, like, I could do the parry reflect, and it would be, like, a very short amount of time, like, maybe a 1/5 to a 1/4 of a second before the reflect, like, came out, to other times where it would be almost an entire second before it came out, and it's just like, when it was that inconsistent, the actual, like, input lag I was experiencing in that game, I'm just like, it is actually impossible for me to learn this game because what I'm trying to learn for my controls is just not consistent for a game that requires reflexes this tight. So I stopped. I would like to eventually get back to it at some point because I was hyped for it because it seemed like a Souls game that ditched all the leveling and stuff to turn it into more of a like character action style approach in terms of like how your skills and everything evolved rather than an RPG style thing. Super my shit. But you know, I couldn't. And again, I got to 2 bosses where the boss was just, here's the boss, and there's also a shitload of ads trying to kill you, and that just wasn't fun. Because it was like, go around and slowly kill all of them, and then fight the boss. If you get stunned by the boss, too bad. Go around slowly and stealth kill all of them again, and it just wasn't fun, especially with that being as inconsistent as it was. It's like I could do that, but it wouldn't be fully blind. It'd be pretty blind though. Demon Souls though, it's only what I'm seeing right now, so it's absolutely gonna happen. Absolutely going to happen. Especially being the game that started. There we go. Especially being the game that started this whole series. Apparently this one is the weirdest out of all of them in terms of mechanics. And it's shit. Not in a bad way, just in a... Boy, it's weird. Like, from what people have told me is that Demon Souls makes Dark Souls 1 look like conventional and approachable without any prior knowledge. And like, there's something I can say about Dark Souls is that it's dense in terms of approachability, so... Like, I'm excited to play it. Like, I think FromSoft aren't as good as what their games come out as. There's a lot of design decisions in a lot of their Soulsborne's games that I think are dumb and bad and just make up for it for how good some of the other parts are. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff in those games that are just like, huh, sometimes they really actually don't know what they're doing, do they? But like, I'm still excited for it. Like, and still, like, I still enjoy the games, even if I think. As also, I don't think they're as good as what their hype and reputation leads them to be. I think it's something that people look at ignoring the negatives a lot more than they should. Yeah, that's literally, no one is surprised by that. You didn't even need to mention it. I think people are more forgiving on the faults of the Soulsborne games, but you know, it doesn't stop them from being good games to play. Like the ads boss in Sekiro is just like, literally, what are you actually doing? How is this enjoyable for anyone? And it's just like, what the fuck, seriously?
That big?
Yeah, speaking of Bloodborne, Monster Hunter World. I've played these games before. I haven't played that one. I gave up on that one because it sucked. I'm bad at that one. I haven't played that one. I have no interest in Uncharted. I hear they're good at that. Is that the remake one? I haven't played the remake. I've only played the first one. Days Gone. Apparently it wasn't good from what I heard. Until Dawn. Cool, I hate that game.
My name is Marcus.
My name is Kara.
Cool, I hate this game too. Man, Detroit Become Human really is David Cage and Quantic Dream's best and worst game by a very long margin in both of those ways. Like, it has their best characters, the best story, honestly has their best decisions and everything. And boy, is it a super offensive, horrible piece of shit. Yo, Lost Guardian might actually have a stable frame rate. Okay, watch my Lost Guardian playthrough, I cry at the end. For a lot of different emotional reasons.
It's time.
I believe I remember ending my playthrough of Last Guardian by saying, Last Guardian is a very, very flawed game. There's a lot of problems with it, but if those problems existing meant it was possible for them to make Trico as good as Trico is, and that was just the sacrifice that they had to choose because the scope can't be infinite, worth it, absolutely fucking worth it. Wait, so what? Wait, so you get all those games on PS5 for just having PlayStation Plus? Or they become available and you can buy them? Or like insert the dip? I wasn't paying enough attention. From what I gathered, that's literally you can play all those games on PS5 with PlayStation if you just have PlayStation Plus. Which is like their monthly game ship. It's just, fuck it, here's a shitload. I wonder if that's going to be like their Game Pass thing. But it's all gym titles coming to the new gen. By the way, no, I don't support Game Pass. Don't buy Game Pass. Like, it's a very good deal for consumers because it fucks over devs. And like, they're trying to turn the entire game industry into a subscription-based model thing. And that's only a bad thing for everyone involved, except for the people who are higher up at these companies who get the money from it. Like, it's a bad deal long-term for everyone else, so don't support it. It's the same shit with Apple Arcade. So PlayStation Plus monthly games are different because they're not available forever, and they do give out the money to them, like, for the devs to have, like, an X amount of copies based on PlayStation Plus stuff coming out and everything like that. I don't know whether it's worth more for the devs for that to happen. But it's like better than just you pay this money, you can get any of these games whenever you want. Which of those is Australian? Okay, November 12th, November 9th. Okay, November 12th. November 12th, I think that was 400 US, so we're probably looking at, again, add 300 onto whatever it is, probably 700 Australian.
So now you know. Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of this amazing journey.
To play Virgil.
It's your passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From everyone at PlayStation,
there's no other reason for me to buy
support.
this at
we look
launch
forward to you getting your hands on
Virgil.
PS5 very soon. To close,
wait, when does Demon's Souls
let
come
me
out?
leave you with one
also,
more
is
quick
Demon's Souls on PC? I'm gonna have to go back and check that because I actually was too busy talking about other shit to pay attention. Yeah, I don't remember. Actually, okay, here's the question. Is SE coming to PlayStation 4? Like, if I own the game, can I, like, buy an upgrade to SE? Okay. The Norse God of War is not a good game. It takes all of the major mechanics of like every game for the previous 6 years that came out before it and implements them in worse ways. It's like a character action game that doesn't know how to be a character action game. It's an open world game that isn't very good as an open world game for like a number of reasons. The father-son story thing is uninteresting in the way that it's done. It's graphically pretty.
Let's go.
Like, it's just, what if a game was the 9 out of 10 parts of all these other games that came out beforehand, and they made them a 6 out of 10 of all of them? All that game is. And there's a lot of games here that I'm just like, fuck that game. Or just, I have no interest. Or, fuck what this game represents and is. What I mean, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition though? But that though? There's games being shown off here that I don't even recognize from the other parts of the trailer. To the point where I don't know what half of these games are. Oh, that's the other game that looks like it's God of War combat. Sad. Cool. Half of the games that I'm seeing here that I didn't see, the rest of it look more interesting than most of the games that we saw. But I don't know what they are. Still can't believe my God, the 5 Nights. Sackboy! Yeah, when's Sackboy coming now? It's like the whole time we saw Sackboy there. When's Sackboy coming now? The Sackboy 3D World is a game I super want. I'm gonna have to buy a PS5 just for that, because there's no way that's gonna be safe since Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet is super PlayStation. I mean, like, it's a console I'll probably own eventually, just do I need it on launch to play Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition? The answer I know is already yes, but come on. Like, if I hadn't just spent all this money on a base computer, and I'm about to spend the last of it later this week, it would be a much easier yes for me. Like, it's not even strictly that, oh, these games are coming to PC, so I'm just going to play it on PC. It's not even that. It's just, I've already spent so much money. I don't know if I can justify spending this much money on launch for this when there's not enough on there that I want to play. Like, the Switch didn't have much on launch, but it had Breath of the Wild, and there was no way I was going to wait for Breath of the Wild, because I already knew, like, based on the E3 beforehand, that, yeah, I'm probably going to like it a fucking lot, and lo and behold, it's my third favorite game of all time. Okay, so where is... Let's react to Max reacting. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna look at when Demon Souls comes out. What's Demon Souls? No, that's the good game. Where is it? Where is it? Five Nights. Okay, yeah, where is it? Where is it? Where's the end of this trailer? You died. There's the title card. When's it coming out? Because everything else that I care about either doesn't have a release date, Sackboy, or is next year and also coming to PC. Oh, it's not having. Oh, okay, it doesn't have a release date. Cool. Okay, not even a window. Deathloop had a window of quarter two next year. Demon Souls is nothing. Okay. So it is literally just Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition on launch. It's still tempting though. It's still tempting. It is still tempting. And I'm not even big a fan as Virgil as like a lot of people are. But it's tempting though. But it's fucking tempting. It's also tempting for LDK. Like, I'll be honest, that's also part of it. I assume that's what that is. Again, never a mode I got super into, but I'm pretty sure LDK is the mode in the previous game where it's just, fuck it, 6 trillion enemies. I'm pretty sure that was LDK. And it is tempting to try and do that. I never did, like, actually... I said I was going to do a playthrough on a high difficulty, and I never actually did that, did I? Like, I've played through Devil May Cry 5 on a high difficulty, but I don't think I ever recorded it. Whoopsies. Sorry. Sorry if people wanted that. I don't know. There'll be a point later on, I don't know when I go through all the Devil May Cry games, and I will replay Devil May Cry 5 at the end of that, because it'll be, like, full, proper, like, get all the secrets and collectibles and go through the game. Probably not on the highest, super ridiculous difficulties, but probably on, like, Son of Sparta or whatever it is, like the highest standard difficulty, like the ones where it doesn't say like you die in one hit or shit like that, or like billions of enemies like Legendary Dark Knight. But like when I go back through the Devil May Cry 5 games, I'll just like do an LP of all of them. I'll do Devil May Cry 5 then, so I'll probably wait until then. That being said, if they're dropping Virgil on us, I might do a Virgil playthrough before then, even if I'm not as big a fan as Virgil as some people are, and I don't have much experience with Virgil as some people do, because like I still own SE of 3 and 4 and like playing as Virgil in those, but like I think I've done one playthrough of each of those. Like I think I did one playthrough of 4 Virgil and 3 Virgil. I don't think I've done it since then. So it's like, you know, not something I'm super knowledge about. Again, Devil May Cry 5 is a series where it's like, I get super hype and everything over it, but it is hard for me to like get super deep into the combat for those because of the way their character action stuff works, where so much of the difficulty comes down to execution of the commands, a thing that I'm bad at. So, like something like Bayonetta, where the skill of execution is dodging. Bayonetta is not as good as other character action games. It's fun, and it's more accessible than a lot of others. It's not as good though. Or Wonderful 101, where it's just like knowledge, strategy, and management is like where the execution comes in, like of how skilled you want to be, and so I can crush that because I'm better at those things just naturally. So it's like I love Devil May Cry. Obviously, look at my playthrough of 5. Some of the most high moments on the entire fucking channel. But yeah, I mean, it's tempting. It is. Put enough money into my Patreon to buy a PS5 on launch, and to buy that, and you'll get it. Well, the thing is, like, I could afford a PS5 on launch. Like, even if it's $700, I could. It's a question of, do I want to? Or do I want to wait until there's more games on it that are exclusive to it that I actually want to play? And hopefully by then there is a sale or a good bundle deal or a dropped in price or it's in a color that isn't fucking white. Because honestly, the fact that it's white and that's the only one on launch is a big part of me not wanting to get it. Because that shit's gonna be yellow or gray or brown in a short amount of time. Especially in my fucking house, which is the dustiest house on the fucking planet. Not as much excitement in this as some of the previous ones. More games that it's basically the stuff that I was already excited about. Seeing in this is maybe more excited. Like Demon Souls looks really good. And we saw a lot more of like the combat and stuff, and it looks good and it looks pretty, and like it looks like what Bluepoint did really good with Shadow of the Colossus, which makes me happy. Not that I have much like graphical comparison or like anything to compare to the original, but you know, I've played Dark Souls 1 and like I've seen what its graphics are like, and I've seen what its performance issues are like on the original, so I imagine Demon Souls is just worse on both of those. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition is the biggest hype moment of the entire fucking thing here. Deathloop looks sick and it's going to PC. Like, Deathloop is happening on launch. Abso-fucking-lutely. That game looks so fucking good. Dishonored eventually. I've got Dishonored DE sitting on the shelf over there. I'm waiting for a special occasion to do that. Okay, when I can stream and do the thing with it that I want to do. I've never played Dishonored, but, you know, I have a lot of people who I know personally who love that game, so I'm excited for it. And hell, if it's made by the same people who are making Deathloop, which looks fucking sick, then, you know, I'm excited to also play Dishonored. But whether I'll do that before Deathloop comes out, probably not. But, you know. Point is, I'm rambling at this point. I still don't know if I'm going to get it at launch. So, will Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition Virgil happen on launch? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Point is, until that probably happens, because let's be honest, it's me and Devil May Cry 5. Until that happens, and eventually Demon Souls, whenever it comes out, makes me feel like it's quite a fucking while away. They're not even giving us a window. And also Deathloop. Sackboy I like, and I'm excited for it. It's not going to be an LP, though, because just that's what I feel like LPing. But, you know, the other stuff, hell yeah. So, until those LPs, and, you know, other awesome shit, I guess. Until then, this is Version2, signing out.